you have any problem with that?
No.
Okay. However, there are some relatively inexpensive improvements that could be made to North Road that would make some improvements for experienced riders, and consistent with that, these are, I don't know, something I gotta edit that sentence, but are the North Road recommendations of the Jamestown Bike Path Committee. The town should recommend to DOT that the entirety of this section should be signed to notify motorists that the road is a shared use roadway. Between 138 and the creek, the DOT widen the existing road shoulders as much as possible within the existing right-of-way. In some sections of North Road, this could be as much as 100 feet and as a few inches in other areas. But the overall impact would be to provide some additional room for experienced bikers. Thirdly, south of the creek overpass, the speed limit should be reduced from 40 miles per hour to 25 miles per hour. Presently, the speed is reduced from 40 to 25, approximately 1,000 feet further north at Arnold Avenue. Expanding the 25 mile per hour zone from Arnold Avenue north to the creek overpass would not significantly delay motorists and would provide a significant improvement in safety to bikers, motorists, and pedestrians. Do we have any trouble with that recommendation?
Would it be possible to add to this just a future idea of possibly, because of safety reasons for our...
That this should be the first area that they look at.
Well, I'm thinking of the creek bridge, the fire, you know, because we have to divide fire trucks and emergency vehicles.
Let's make that a fourth recommendation.
During, you know, heavy storms and such.
The DOT begin the design of a creek bridge that adequately protects people during flooding and all of that. That's a good idea.
Sea level rise.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's all the glaciers melt that we should...
Don't forget, remember when we met with Steve Bastley, he mentioned some of the way the water lines run and all that.
Yeah, let's put all that in there.
And that if that was to happen, then they'd want significant improvements to the lines.
That's a good idea. Let's make that the fourth recommendation.
Because
the DOT begin the design of the new creek bridge, and included in that would be a widened area for bikes. Yeah, okay.
And which would probably not only be the bridge, but let's say the whole, what I would call a causeway now. Right?
I'd say go all the way back to
at least to where our water plant is, exactly.
Okay, that's a real good idea. And that they immediately begin a design of that. Yeah. Okay.
I mean, it is something a town really does need. You know?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I like that. So anybody has any thoughts about that?
That's really good.
Okay, good. Great. I'm glad you brought that up. That's excellent. Okay. North Road North. Although the committee did not spend a great deal of time on this section of North Road, we do make the following recommendations. The speed limit of 25 miles an hour be properly posted. Signs be posted on North Road and the intersecting neighborhood streets, notifying motorists that this is a shared use roadway. Thirdly, that the paved shoulders of the road be improved to eliminate potholes and the deteriorating blacktop. Do we want to say widen there?
I think as a bike path committee, yes.
Okay.
I think we can recommend that. Whether the town would wish that or not is another.
What you're talking North Road north of 138.
Right.
That is the town maintained and owned road, which they just received money to pave. So if you're thinking that, you may want to contact.
Let's put that in there.
Well, I wouldn't put that. I talked with Steve and Mike.
But do you know that we just got money to do that?
It's on the list.
So if we put, it's the committee's understanding that North Road has received money.
Right, and you can make a recommendation.
Yeah, we're just, we could at least bring this under consideration at this time, since it seems to be an opportune moment to at least discuss this.
Yep, and look at the design.
Yeah, I mean, whether they'll do it or not, that's up to the town, but, at least we put it out there.
Yep. Okay.
And here again, back to the shared, the shared ways, or whatever, forget the name of the committee, but, that was one of their... Do we want to reference the rolling agenda here? Because that was one of their, for the North Road North, do we want to reference that the rolling agenda also thought that in their initial, or should we just not think about that, not mix the two ideas in too much, let them define their own?
Well, I don't think it hurts to say that they support that.
Had looked into the situation and had supported
maybe
this
in
idea.
the introduction you could mention the rolling agenda
they were represented on the committee.
Because, I mean, you are looking at a heavy population, you know, for Jamestown, fairly heavily populated area that would access that.
I would also emphasize, I know it's in here, but it's not in the beginning, DOT's presence on the committee. I know it is in there.
Yeah, no, I agree with that.
Maybe get into more detail. I know some of our slides
Well,
have
I
details
think-
about the committee.
Are we here where we met with the director?
I don't remember seeing
I
that.
don't remember seeing it, so we met with the director initially. Yeah, okay,
And then,
that's a good idea. Yeah, okay. All right, now, the reservoir section, in the reservoir section, I'm including basically everything from North Road to the parking lot at Taylor's
Taylor
Field.
Point, yeah.
This is a total, I just copied from my report that I gave to the council a month ago and I put it in. I didn't change a word. Is there anything we want to add or take out of that?
I changed some of the wording though.
So,
And towards the end, the town engineer working with other staff will complete, you had a time frame of last month and
oh yeah,
What number is that?
number 14.
that's a good idea.
The other thing I don't necessarily see is the fact that we did meet with DPM wetlands.
I think you're right. I don't think that we've met with DEM and that we've met with, and that the biologist has
Right,
been
has been out there.
Yeah.
When did he do his survey?
Yep.
Yep.
Oh, good, good. Well, he certainly went at the wettest possible
Yeah,
time.
I did it back in February.
No, I actually did a couple.
No, you hadn't done it as of last
Pretty
year.
much.
Yeah, I saw them. Okay, that's a good idea. The meeting that we had, a meeting with DEM and Wetlands Division, and that the town approved the money for the biologist, and that will be
That's
started.
fantastic.
Yeah, good idea. Okay. Yeah, that's over here, actually, it's in D, but we'll make that all relevant and up to date. Yes, okay.
Did you guys measure what the spillway was, what the bridge would have to be?
Yeah, you and Mike went out there.
How'd that work out? Did it look doable, or did it look?
Yes, very doable.
Oh, good,
And I
good.
think what we may do, see, the dam also needs to be some repairs.
Mhm.
And what I've been talking to Mike about is dam repairs follow a completely different regulatory path than
That would make sense,
other
right?
repairs. And in my mind, there isn't any reason why that bridge that we're talking about isn't part of the sort of walking access, that bridge that the dam, that the water department would use to
Okay,
inspect
yeah.
the dam and all
Right,
that.
right, right.
And so the bridge would actually may be part of the dam repair.
That's good though, but it can certainly serve this boat.
Oh, it
It
will.
does, it's very functional.
Yeah,
That's a great idea.
yeah, so that the bridge would not be part of the regulatory part, and that we would then, the path starting on the other side, maybe we do the whole thing as a dam repair.
Now, do you think this damage came from all the rains recently?
Yeah, but no,
No.
but it certainly aggravated it.
Well, yeah, we may luck out.
Yeah, I think we are. The only problem
Direction.
that what happened, I think, basically, we went from a time when there was a dam repair, there was a dam guy at DEM, and his job went from,
A lot of those damn guys up at
There's a lot of them.
but his job went from relatively little to just a huge amount.
Oh,
So now it's going to be tricky getting down there, but I think we're going to do some of that on the dam. So,
That'd be good.
okay, now, is there anything else we want to add? The funding, I think, the funding is obviously, we're going to have to look for grants, and we're going to have to look at, there is a DEM Trails program that this does work with.